Hello everyone, Cassie here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing the full April 2022 release. This is the Enchanted Woods release and it is sure to impress. So let's jump into it. We have our first stamp set. This is the Tiny Fairy Silhouettes. Not only do we have the stamp set, but we also have the matching die to go with it. It'll cut out each of our little fairies and it'll cut out some of our little stars and then even the word fairy. So our sentiment says, wishing you a fairy and happy day. So it's darling. I love it. And I'll show you an example. Our next stamp set is a 4x4 stamp set. This is called the Rainbow Snail, and he's darling. So let's pop out our die to go with him. We have each of the little layers for inside to make a little rainbow if you want to, or do it all the same color, however you want. We even have a little ring of dots here. And our sentiment says, happy birthday. We have the die that will cut out our snail. We have a die that for the hat, our heart, and the sentiment itself. So easiest way to do it is to stamp just the snail, die cut it, and then you can add your pieces inside. Next up is our Majestic Unicorn, and we have 3 separate things that you could buy to go with this. So you have your stamp set. Your stamp set is, of course, darling, and it is a 4x4. The main image is quite large, and we have the words believe in yourself, you're beautiful, sending magical wishes your way, and sparkle mail. We also have several stars, a little cluster of stars, and we have the stamp for inside of his horn. We have our matching dies. Our matching dies will cut out our unicorn and our sentiments, as well as the 3 bigger stars. Then we also have a stencil to go along with it. It's a coordinating quick color stencil, and it's great because it will go right over your stamped image and you can easily then blend your color on top. And it's super, super fun to do. And you even have the horn, so you can do the horn different colors. And then we have a little cluster of stars. And it's easy to line up because there are embossed lines on this stencil. Next up is a 4x6 stamp set called Oh Happy Day. And this is a wonderful, detailed, beautiful background stamp along with some separate little elements. We have a frog, a little flower, a bee, his little flying line, and a couple different rocks, a snail behind a flower. Our sentiments say just because and oh happy day. And then our die cuts are neat because we have this one that will die cut out this whole panel from a side. And then we have our sentiments, our frog, one of our rock clusters, our snail, our bee, and the flower. Now we have a 4x8 stamp set, kind of coordinates cutely, nicely with our previous stamp set, but this one is the Thinking Tree. Let's pull out our die. But the dies will cut out, just like the other one, it'll cut out this portion of the tree, which I think is just so much fun. Then we have one sentiment that says thinking of you, and it's a big one. We have some extra, you can make these into parts of the tree or the bushes. We have a bird, a couple of butterflies, a little worm, a flower, and some grass. And then of course our darling little gnome who has his hand in his pocket and he's waving. And our sentiments our dies will cut out our sentiment and then our bigger elements as well. We have another 4x8 stamp set called Ferntastic, and this one is a great one as well. I love how all this stuff just kind of is, you know, good theme and coordinates well together. So we have our ferns, our fronds here, and then our sentiments are so cute. I'm your biggest fern. Hope you're feeling ferntastic, and best fronds fern ever. And so our dies will cut out all of our ferns as well as our sentiments. So a lot of fun possibilities there. Next up, we have a 6x9 stencil. This is the terrific Terrazzo, and it is a 3-piece 6x9 stencil, and they are marked. So we have stencil A, stencil B, and if you line them up right on top of each other, and stencil C, you won't have any overlapping. Easiest way to do that is whatever you're doing it on, you just mark where your stencil is put on there, and then you can easily just stick these ones over the top. That way you can do them in different colors or even some different textures. You can have a lot of fun making stone backgrounds. So I love this one. Now we have a bunch of standalone dies. Our first one is Blossom Mini Slimline die. So as it says, it's mini slimline, meaning it's 3 by 6 inches. It has this nice embossed edge that it will emboss, and then it's very intricate, but it die cuts beautifully. Our next one is a Ferntastic Franz Slimline die. So it will measure 8.5 by 3 inches, and or 8.5 by 3.5 inches. And we've got a beautiful like fern background. It does have an embossed edge that it will put into your piece. Another beautiful one to add to your collection. And of course we have an A7. So adding to those A7s as well, this one is the A7 Spring Birch die. I love this. Once again, we have a nice embossed edge in there, and then it will die cut out your birch tree so you can make these really great scenes. I just think it's wonderful. Next up is the Floral Swag Slimline die, and it will die cut an outline, and you could do inlay with it. You could just have it on a background. It says slimline, and obviously it'll fit beautifully on a slimline, but you could do partial on any of the size cards that you wanted. And I think you'd end up having a beautiful, beautiful piece on there. Adding to those foiling, so if you are part of that group that loves to do foiling and die cutting, you have our foiling Florals Foil and Cut Die, and this is fabulous as well. So it's a beautiful intricate flower, and it will die cut that out. And I am not great with foiling, I don't do it a lot, but this one was so easy. I ran it through just fine, and I think it's great. I'm super excited to do more with it. Our next one is the Fairy Trio die set. So it is these darling little silhouette fairies, and you can die cut those out of any color. How cute are those? They have this beautiful detail for their wings, and it's just cute the way they're sitting or flying. I think it's cute. To add to our scripts, we have the Scripty Mother's Day die. So we have the word happy, we have mom, and we have day. We also have mother, and then the apostrophe and the S, so that you could have Happy Mom's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mom Day even, so you wouldn't have to put the apostrophe S. This background will cut out separately. It's all one piece, but it will cut out separately mother, the apostrophe, and the S. Just like this background is all one piece, but it will cut out separately the background for mom and day. And then finally, to round it all out, we have this Congratulations cutout die. And it's great. I think it'll make very easy, quick congratulations cards for all those grads that you might have to make cards for. We have the hat, and it has the words inside of the gown itself, so I think it's fabulous. All right, so that rounds out our Enchanted Woods April 2022 release for Trinity Stamps. All things will be linked down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so that you can see what the design team will be doing with all of the wonderful products that you just saw. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day.